Perfect. All right, we are live and recording. First of all, again, like I want to just tell you guys, thank you for those of you who are joining us live. This video is for training purposes. And I just want to say, Natalie and Meredith, you know, it's a beautiful thing when other leaders come together. And I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you and love you. And I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. And so I want everyone else who's listening and watching to know that, like, there's so much beauty and power in finding other people who are, you know, similar to you, who have different gifts than you, so you guys can really just like be each other's backbone, you know. And we all have different gifts, and it's a cool little trio. But I want to encourage that for you guys. You know, like I want you to kind of you even pick other people on this call who you see, or anybody you see at events. And I know this was not, you know, something I was going to really share. It just kind of came to mind right now. I just want to encourage that for those of you, because I literally don't know where I'd be. So we're going to start this training series specifically for these challenges that we're going to be hosting on Instagram. We already went through one Candy Crush challenge, which was amazing. And we're going to tweak this one a bit. But the whole thing is, you guys, we want this to duplicate for you. You know, like we want everyone to learn these cool tips and tricks, and we want everyone's business to grow. And so this is what we really want to show you guys, as well for you to teach your teams this. We're also going to do just an overall Instagram training. And so this is an intensive training video. So you might honestly end this call and be like, I have like a headache. But I want you to know, like, everything is on YouTube. So if you're stuck on something, if I went over something too quickly, if Meredith like went over something quickly and you're like, huh? Of course, ask us questions at the end, but just know we learned all of this and are currently still learning, because we're not pros, on YouTube. If you go there, literally type in anything, how to use stories, how to post to stories, how to repost, whatever, all these things, it's all there. Okay. So I want to encourage you, don't stress out. This is really, really fun. When you guys get the hang of Instagram, you're not going to want to leave. And if you get to that point, I encourage you to turn off your screen share or your screen thing, your screen app, where it tells you how many hours you spend on it, because you're just going to die. Anyways, it's a full-on business, and it's so exciting. So we're going to just really go into depth in detail, and all three of us have different pieces. So we're just going to jump into it and really, you know, do this properly, as well as value your time. So Natalie is going to kick us off with the beginning piece of our training. So Natalie.
Yes, can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to be sharing from Canva. Hi guys, so just give me a second to get that situated before we start. There it is. Okay, just let me know if you guys can see this. Can you see that? Can you see that? We good? Yep, wonderful. Okay. Hi guys, welcome. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. The three of us are here. If you don't know our names, I'm Natalie Smith. I've been with Isagenix now for a little over 5 years. I'm a 3-star Golden Circle, 3-star Crystal executive. Prior to this, I've had a lot of training in marketing, and I've worked in retail sales. I've worked in sales development and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to share with you a lot of knowledge that I had prior to Isagenix, and then also what we've learned, like Jess said, just recently. So I literally, while she was speaking, was placing the last image on this presentation. So today we're going to be talking about social media marketing plan. Okay. And we're going to be giving you everything you need. Like, how can you guys get excited about having everything you need to grow your business throughout the holidays? It's so exciting. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot. So what I'm going to be going over with you guys today, we're going to be talking about your niche, and you may not even know what that means, but you're about to learn a lot about it. Grab a pen and paper if you have not got one. We're going to be talking about your niche. We're going to be talking about how to create content for that, and just for Instagram in general. If you, does anyone here relate to like maybe getting a bit stuck on creating posts and not knowing? Awesome. Okay, so I'm hoping that you'll find so much value in this. How to cycle content, the aesthetics of your news feed. I'm talking specifically about your Instagram news feed. Okay, Jess is going to be talking about stories, and Meredith is going to be talking about IG and live. And then I'm also going to be sharing with you guys just briefly a few apps that I love. So like Jess said, We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. We want you to get excited that you're going to have so much you would have gotten off this training that you're going to be able to get into massive action. So we're going to be talking about how to create engaging content, how to build content and leverage trending topics, which I actually didn't add, but so I need to make sure we talk about that. Okay, so niche marketing. So what I want to share with you guys is I used to work for Victoria's Secret. And does anyone know what a niche is? Okay, so when you're thinking about a niche, you're thinking it's for a specific person. It's really narrowing down your target market. And who here for me, honestly, to a point, I'm comfortable with that. But once I really start niching down, I start to get scared. Does anyone else relate to that? Like, I'm going to lose people if I become too niche, right? Because I'm sure you enroll people who want to gain energy, lose weight, age between 18 and 65, which is fine. And that's still going to continue to happen. I want you to know that. And I'm going to show you that exactly. But I'm also going to show you the power of niching down. So I used to be a store manager for a $4 million Victoria's Secret store. And some of you might be familiar with the brand Pink. I'm going to explain to you why a niche is so important. So does anyone here own any Pink brand clothing? A t-shirt, maybe some bras, something? Okay. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to tell you about their niche. Victoria's Secret Pink brand specifically was the fastest growing retail clothing brand in the history of retail clothing. That's huge. And they're a very young brand. The way they did that was by niching down. So what they did was they identified their target market. She was born in 1982. That's my year, 1986. She was born in 1986. She owns a Labrador and she's from California, right? So far we know so much about this girl. But here's the thing. So everything they did, every piece of clothing, every marketing thing, every poster, every window they presented, everything they did was for her. You follow? It was for her. But do you know the customers that we had coming in to purchase this ranged in age from 10 years old to 70. And do you guys know why? Because they wanted to feel like her. We buy a feeling. So the niche is so important because you're essentially creating a feeling. You're creating an environment that people want to buy. We buy a feeling. People aren't coming to you to buy Isagenix. They could go to the website. They could go to the website to buy Isagenix anytime. They're coming to you because you're selling a specific feeling, and the more niche you can get, actually, the more broader your market will become. So here I'm going to give you guys an example. I want you to try and guess what brand this is. This is now currently the fastest trending retail brand at the moment in the market. 32-year-old woman, she's engaged, she earns upwards of $100,000 a year, she travels, she's professional. I'm speaking specifically about Ocean, that's her name, they've named her. She spends an hour and a half to work out. Ocean is a woman who all women want to be. Ocean is a smart 32-year-old woman who is well-traveled, athletically fit, with her own condo, and is just about to get married. How niche is that? She's engaged to just soon be married. That is so niche. Do you guys know what brand this is? You know what brand this is? No? It's Lululemon. So Lululemon is currently the fastest trending retail brand. And they've really, I was just reading all about this, they've niched down so hard. Like, how specific is that, you guys? And yet, they're the fastest growing, trending retail brand. So what I'm doing right now, you guys, is I'm wanting to build your belief around niching, okay? So they picked a narrow field and focused on a target persona of a middle to upper class woman who appreciated the comfort and designer clothing. Now, are there women who go into their store who are not engaged, who are not earning upwards of 100,000, who are not well-traveled, who buy their clothes? Yeah. Why? Because they want to buy that feeling. You follow? So here's their demographics from a beta data resource, and it shows their target. So they're selling to women over the age of 65. That is not their niche, but they're still making sales. However, they've gotten so good at creating their niche, and you guys, they don't even offer all sizes. And you know, I was reading about that, and a lot of people were getting kind of annoyed at that, but You know, if you just want to narrow down on weight loss, I only sell weight loss packs because I'm going to get so good at helping people lose weight. That's what I do. Or for me, my niche is I help people specific. That's obviously general. I'm going to go into mine in a minute, but I help them make money. So mine's more from the business standpoint. You know, so, and some that might annoy some people. I'm not here for that, right? So really, don't worry, you guys. Don't think. But I've enrolled men, and like I have all these, you know, mums that are coming to me. But my niche, what I want it to be is young single girls. Like, I just want you to release all of that and get excited about expanding your own niche. Identifying your niche market, you guys. So we're going to do an activity right now. I hope you have a pen and paper. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. And like Jess said, if we don't get through everything right now and you're feeling rushed, know that this is recorded and you can pause it right here or you can come back, okay? So what is the age of your customer? And I'm not talking about your current enrollments. I'm not talking about your current, I'm talking about what you want to create. Not what you have been creating. Let that go. I want you to visualize what excites you, the kind of customers to enroll, the people you want to work with, the solutions you want to offer. Maybe you only want to work with muscle builders. Maybe you only want to work with, you know, wealth creation. It's really, there's no right or wrong. What's their age? What do they do for a job? Are they a stay-at-home mom? Do they earn upwards of 100K? Are they, you know, whatever it is for you? Are they male or female? What hobbies and interests do they have? What do they like to do when they're not at work? And that should help you be able to identify where to go, where you can go to meet them. Because although we are talking about social media, you guys, it's so important that you don't solely rely on that to build your business. It's only as a means to really amplify you as a person and your brand in real life. And then their demographics. So, you know, you can get more specific on that. Who, and then if I were to ask you, who are they in a phrase, write it down. Who are they? And is anyone finding this difficult? Like you're nervous to niche down because you don't want to exclude? Well, I'm going to give you permission and tell you, the more polarized you get, the stronger your brand is, the clearer it is, the clearer your message will be to attract people who want what you have to offer, right? Commit to your niche and stop trying to be everything to everyone, because then you'll be nothing to, right? You want to be really clear on what you do. So I'm going to move on. I can see you guys are writing, but like I said, you can flesh this out. Okay. So now we know about our person. We're going to refer to them as like an avatar. Okay. It's this make-believe person that is our customer. If you could create them, you know who they are. So now I would want you to write a list of things they want in life. This is their pleasure list. What do they want? Do they want more money? Do they want to travel? Do they love doing yoga, or do they love contribution and service within their community? Do they like to get a pedicure every day? No wrong or right, you guys. That's the other thing. There is no wrong or right. Do not get attached to, oh, like what will people think if that's my target market? No, when you are so congruent and really authentic in creating your niche, you're going to blow up. So what are their pleasures? I'm sure you could write a whole list. They love to do this. They love to do that. Long walks on the beach, that kind of thing, whatever it is for you. Okay, and then the most important one, you guys, that I really want you to take time to flesh out is their pain. What are their problems in life? So, for example, this could be things like, for me, things that I wrote down just to give you examples are she knows she has more to give than what she's currently doing. She wants to live a bigger life. And these don't have to be for you at all. At all. You don't have to have the same niche as your upline, as your sponsor, anything. Everyone should be so unique and so different. She doesn't have a vehicle to put her energy into, but she's got so much energy to give into the right vehicle. She wants a leadership role. She wants to make leaps and bounds. She's discontent. She's tired of her job. She feels like she's had to sacrifice her dreams. So when you can identify her problems, I'm going to show you how to turn this into Instagram content. Okay, you guys? So it's really important that you write this down, come back to it later, because like I said, we're kind of moving through this. And then what would be her objections in joining you? Like, what's holding her back? What do you think she's thinking in her mind? If you were to sit down with her, what would be the objections that come up for her and why she hasn't joined you, why she isn't joining you? What is it for her? Is it a cost thing? Is it that she's worried about what people will think? Is it that she thinks shakes aren't healthy? Like, what are the things that are her? Maybe she doesn't have a supportive spouse, or she doesn't think she can do it, whatever it is, right? I don't want to put that on you, but I want you to think about what are her objections, because we're going to address them before you ever speak to her. You're going to have it covered so that when she comes to you, she's ready to rock and roll, okay? So you can take a picture of this, you can pause it, you can come back to the recording. Now I'm going to show you how to take all of that stuff and turn it into content. Would that be valuable to you guys? Awesome. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we have what we know her pleasures, we know her pains, and we know her objections. So we're going to use that and rotate and cycle through that to create content on Instagram. Your goal, this is your goal. Your goal is to vision cast what it will be like when your customer joins you. When she joins you, you need to cast that vision with certainty. Because at the end of the day, if you're not certain, right, people are buying certainty. Certainty is so sexy. So it's so attractive when someone tells you where they're going and what they can do with you and how they can help you. So be so bold. I wouldn't even call it bold, just be certain. So vision cast what it's going to look like when they join you. Show them the pain if they don't. Be real, you guys. Be real. It's not comfortable sometimes to share that, but you have to, because someone needs to let them know. Time's going fast. Life is short, right? Make them feel smart and empowered to join you. So that's when you might be educating them about the network marketing professional, educating them on the products and why they would join you. Train your audience to respond to you. I'm going to go into that. And then help them picture their dream life if they work with you versus if they don't. Help them see it. That's your job, okay? A lot of info, but it's coming together. Okay, so when your audience is reading your posts, you guys, this is what's going through her mind. And I'm saying her because that's my avatar. Questions that she's constantly asking subconsciously. Do I trust her? Will this work for me? What is it? Has this successfully worked for anybody else? So they're asking these questions constantly. So you want to have that as your filter. And here's some tips when you are writing your posts, you guys. Speak to one problem. So when we wrote that list of problems she has, choose one and write a post about it. That's how simple this is. Is this making sense to you guys? Give me some, okay, awesome, yeah. So when you know those problems, or you might pick an objection, or you might, that's what your post is gonna be. You're gonna speak to one problem, you're gonna be really clear, and you're not going to confuse them. You're gonna make it so easy for them to join you. They know exactly what they need to do. Like DM me to get started, reply back to this, right? Be their guide, you are the facilitator. Okay, so you're the messenger, you're like the mailman. Tell me what you want and I'll bring it to you. You're the server. They order from the menu, you're the server. They are the hero for joining you. You're not the hero for offering them the solution. It's really important that they are the hero, right? And you're not the hero, because anyone can do what we do. If we make it look like we're on a pedestal, we're the hero, then it's gonna just remove us further from our avatar. And then another tip is reveal more about yourself, your journey, and your story constantly. Constantly share your story. Constantly evolve and find other ways that you can share the success, the happiness, the joy, everything about your story. And guys, like, be proud of what you've done in your life, because everything you've done in your life has led you to this. So you're going to be able to uncover and reveal more and more about that. Okay. Creating engagement is everything, you guys, and here are 2 ways to create engagement. add this into your post. So add resonance and relatability. So that would be saying a caption in your post somewhere like, you feel me? Am I the only one? Am I right? Like something where they feel like they resonate, like, yeah, I get what she's saying. Like when you do that, it really helps them, you know, it's a rhetorical question essentially. And there's so many other ways you can do that. And then on your posts, you want to have a CTA, which is a call to action. So remember, we're training them to engage with us. So we're going to have to consistently do this, and it may not happen right away because we're changing, right? We're evolving our social media. So you might add something like, DM me if you want to find out more, DM me to join me, you know, DM me, whatever. I can't see because this is on here. I would love to hear your tips below. So like, you know, you might post about Thanksgiving and being healthy. I would love to hear your top tips for staying healthy in the holidays. You know, have people respond to you, or swipe left to see more, whatever it is. So those are just some examples, but you want to add resonance and a call to action within that problem-solving post every time. So here's how we're going to break down the content that you are going to be sharing on Instagram. 60% of it, you want it to be educational. Now, that doesn't mean that you're coming across all of a sudden you're some qualified nutritionist or qualified, you know, business builder. All of a sudden you have all the answers. That's not what I'm talking about. When it says education, I mean value. Position yourself as someone who is knowledgeable because you know about your niche. Chances are you are your niche. So, you know, you're just providing value. And like, I heard this quote the other day and it made me feel this way. That's educational. It doesn't have to be like, did you know, da, 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 da. So that's educational, and 40% will be lifestyle and inspiration. So again, you're always diluting, you know, your Isagenix business with lifestyle. Always, always. You don't want to be too heavy with it, and just sharing more of your life as well. So now I'm going to show you guys, I'm talking about the newsfeed, a couple of this and that, this versus that. And I've used Jessica's posts as an example. So I'm talking about your newsfeed when you're posting photos. So when we have, you know, the holidays coming up, maybe we're going to have free membership, probably Black Friday. We're going to have some deals. You know, all I would ask you, I'm just asking you rhetorically, which one to you is more engaging? A flyer or the person? Right? Just checking. Same thing. And I'm guilty of this too. I haven't got this down, but I'm just saying, which is more engaging to you? Pictures of the product or pictures of a person with the product, using the product? You, right? Which one draws your eye? Same thing. I mean, I think it's great, and Jess is going to be talking about the stories. I think it's important that people see what the products look like. But again, which one as a post is more engaging? Which one do you want to look at? Which one would make you stop? She's beautiful. She looks great. I want to look at her. I want whatever she's drinking in the car, right? And so the more that you do that, the more that you show you using these products, you know, and not hiding behind the flyers. You can do this. Remember, there's a swipe over to see a close-up of my shake. You could have it as your second picture, right? Swipe over to see the transformations. If you're not posting transformations as your first picture, swipe to see a bunch of transformations on my team. You don't have to have it as your first picture, because essentially when people go to your profile, they're looking at the aesthetic, the overall aesthetic of your newsfeed, and whether they should spend a minute longer. You guys, Instagram is evolving, and it's really important that, you know, you want to stay ahead of the game. And this might seem like a lot of work, and people always ask me, what's the catch with Isagenix? Because it sounds too good to be true. The only thing is, guys, you just got to work. The rest is done, you know? And then lastly, I want to share with you guys some of the apps that I like to use. I always airbrush my face on the airbrush app, you guys. If you go in, there's a magic button. It does it automatically. It's not too much in my opinion. I love Lightroom for my photos. I use presets in there. You don't have to do this. This is just if you're like, I really want to take mine to the next level. Preview, this app at the top right, is fantastic for preloading photos in to see what your feed will look like if you post in that order. And you can drag and drop to see, like, I want to do a pattern. Maybe you want to do a pattern with your photos, maybe you want to go light, dark, light, dark. Maybe you want to just see the color. You want to have a color theme. You know, there's so many things you can do. Maybe you want on a diagonal. You know, you can get so creative. Maybe you want quotes. It's whatever your avatar. Remember, you're niching down. So everything is through that filter of your niche. But preview is wonderful because it has you, you know, you can plan out how your aesthetic is going to look, and aesthetic really is important with Instagram. So these are just a few. VSCO is awesome too. It's free. And PhotoGrid I use a lot too. So that's everything I have to share with you guys around niching. Niche is the most important thing, you guys, and then how you can use that to strengthen your brand.
Awesome. That was perfect. Can you guys hear me talking in my back? Okay, I'm getting my screen prepared so I can just transition over. I don't need that one, I don't think. I just want to say, you guys, like, this might be a little like overwhelming again, like we've said, but here's the thing. Once you guys get this down, your posting will become ease because you know who you're talking to, and you're not sitting there every day like, oh my gosh, I have to make a post. What do I say? Like, how many hours a day, like literally, do you guys think about that? Like hours, I'm talking, like, I used to do that all the time. Like, I have to say something, but I don't know what, right? And so I do this once a week to where I sit down, I write Monday through Saturday, okay, what do I want to say to my person? My girl's name is Brenda. Okay, don't make fun. But what do I want to say to her? And so it's like that. It's just getting super fine on like what you're trying to say to somebody, and it just will become super easy. And you won't be wasting all this time because you have a life, right? Okay, so let me share my screen. Mine does not look as pretty as Natalie's. Okay? Okay, now that we're on the same page. We're good. Okay, so I'm talking about Insta stories, and I'm going to give you guys some visuals, and then I'm also going to play a little video to show you how-tos. Again, I will try to go quickly through this, but also like efficiently. But if you need more on there, please go to YouTube and literally type in how to use Insta stories. It's so simple. But I want to kind of give you like why to use Insta stories first. Natalie talked about how pretty and like how important it is to have like obviously your customer, your avatar, your niche down, but like even like with your feed and how it needs to look, right? And it is superficial. Okay, so for those of you who are like, it's fake, yeah, it is fake. It's a highlight reel. It's social media. And the thing is like you want, the whole point with like social media is for people to stop the scroll and to look at your stuff, to what you have to say. So that's why it does have to be appealing to the eye with lighting and colors, just because you want someone to stop and read what you're saying. You know, in a world where there's just so many people and so much to say, and everybody has like something to say, right? Opinions, posts, all these health coaches, all these things, like why would they stop at your photo? That's why it's important to have that stuff down, because you want them to stop at your page and then take a look at what your stories are so they can see the real you. Because it's so important. Like, that's the highlight stuff, you guys. It's not real. Like, that picture of me on an Isagenix box is a joke. Like, that's not how I drink my shake. I don't drink my shake with my mouth open, like smiling. Like, come on, that's so photoshopped. Like, not photoshopped, but like totally fake. It's not real life. It's to get you to stop to look at my page, and it worked. So get creative with that. Be okay with looking a certain way. And like, it's just marketing. It's just business, okay? So, but Insta stories is where you can be your real authentic self with intention. So the first one I wanted to say is people love reality TV. Don't you guys agree? Like, you love watching like all like the drama. You shouldn't, but we do. And so I'm not telling you to be dramatic on your stories, but what I'm saying is people like to see the real you, and they want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you're eating, what your family does for fun, like what you like to do for fun, how you work. Like, if you talk about your network marketing business, how do you do your network marketing business? You talk about residual income. Well, I want to see what that does for you, you know, in a real life sort of sense, not a highlight reel sort of sense on your feed. So it's just a place where you can be your authentic you and raw and real. And what I mean with intention, so my raw and real, and when I wake up in the morning, is not pretty. You know, like my eyes are half closed, like this eye's swollen. Jordan is all over me. I'm half, whatever, who cares? We're not going to talk about that. But I'm just not like, I'm not ready to get on camera. So it's like, do it with intention to where it's like, okay, well, this is raw and real, but do I want them to see, like, do I want to, who are you trying to attract? If you're trying to attract the girl that's like, I don't care, I am who I am, then do it, right? But I'm trying to attract Brenda, who's a professional, who that's not her jam. So like, that again is why it's important to niche all the way down on who you want to attract, and then that's what you'll show, right? So we're going to get into that too. But this is where people can begin to trust you and know you when they see your face and when you're talking. Like, that's why live videos and just, videos in general are just so powerful. People can really get you. And your news feed is a fake feed of you. They don't want that. That's kind of reeling them in. Kind of like a dating game, like you show up with the push-up bra and all these fake makeup on, and like you're like all like cute, right? And then like, come on, the real you is a side pony, like no makeup, like my husband's t-shirt, like that's the real me, right? So it's like, it's okay to have that on the look, like the look of our Instagram. It's not fake. It's just kind of like marketing, right? But this, you guys, is so important. You need to have rapport, trust, and for people to see your face and to know you. And so that's why Insta stories are so powerful. So a couple of things. How many stories do I do a day? So like there is like a number, and there is like, there's opinions, right? And so like, I'm just giving you mine so you can take it or you can leave it or you can make up your own, because they're just opinions. But if you go to someone's stories, which I'll show you in a minute, and you'll see, like when you click on their stories, you'll see how many stories they have on the top and all these little lines. Just know, like when you see someone that has like a ton of lines, that means they have a ton of stories. So it's like, oh gosh, like I don't have, sometimes people will look at that and be like, wow, she's, busy, whatever. She's been busy today, right? And you might not want to watch all of them because it's just overwhelming and a lot. But when you see like 12, you're like, okay, they're a few seconds long, I could watch it or whatever. But again, like, I don't really care. Like, there's no really rules. Like, I want you to share your life and do you. Like, don't get hung up on the numbers, okay? But just know, like, someone like me, if I see a ton of lines up there, like, peace out, girlfriend, have a good day, I'm not going to watch you. But if it's shorter, like 12 to 15, I'll take a look. You know what I'm saying? But again, you guys, don't get overwhelmed with that. That really does not matter. Just get into action and just go. Okay, you'll see what people are willing to watch and what they aren't based off of your action steps on your stories, which we'll go over in a minute. When you guys do your stories, switching from like all the options that Instagram has for you, which is boomerang, the live video, the regular video, the pictures, the polls, all those things, and like having a variety is important. Because how boring when you have a story where it's just video or it's just pictures or like 1,000 boomerangs. My mom only does boomerangs, and I'm like, come on, like I can't watch another like shaking your booty. Like they're all boomerangs. And so you know how everyone has like a certain move on them. Anyways, fine. But when it's all the same, it's like, come on, girl. So kind of get creative, right? And have fun with it. Have so much fun with it. I'll show you more on that. Be consistent. So you want to be in people's faces every day in a good way. You want them to know you're open for business. You're checking in on your reality TV show and you're saying, hey, I'm open, like I'm here. And so the more that you're in their faces, the better. Like, so when you're doing live videos on Facebook, hey, you're there. Instagram, you're there. All these pictures of you. It's like, you're open for business. Come talk to me, like, and be inviting, of course, and they'll come to you as you're attracting your person, right? So just stay consistent with it because people will forget. Like, this is a competitive market. Like, we are in like Instagram, like everyone's selling something. Like, someone can literally make money selling like a workout plan that they made by somebody who doesn't know how to work out. Like, it's just the world of Instagram. Anything can happen. So it's competitive. So show up and be so consistent with it. Have it be one of your daily steps. What do I share? So this is a really good question based off of, it really depends on your customer, right? So like with Natalie's exercise, talking about who you're trying to attract will attract that. My girl Brenda is a professional. She works a regular, I don't really know her profession, but she works a job that is, she's gone from her kids. And her pain point is she wants to spend more time with her kids. She loves working out, but she has a struggle with when to work out. And she's not overweight, so that's why I don't really talk about weight loss on my page. I talk about healthy, quick meals and nutrition and time freedom. But so my girl, like she strives, like she wants so bad to work out. Like she loves it so much. So I share most of my workouts in the morning. Like if I do it on purpose, because I know before she goes to work, she's on her Instagram and then she sees that. And I'm not posting it for her to feel jealous. I want her to be like, I want that. You know, like I'm doing like a little vision cast thing. So it's like, I'm just sharing these things. I know she's busy and she wants healthy, quick meals. So sometimes, I need to get better at this, I'll post little quick meals throughout the day, or like a healthy lunch, like a 5-ingredient thing or something, or I'll utilize my shakes on how quick and easy they are. And I just show these things. I share more of my kids and like how I'm with them and like, hey, you can have it too. And I love to empower women. So she's watching me and I'm attracting her. Does that make sense? So share what your customer needs, their pain point, the solutions for them. And like Natalie said, most likely they're a lot like you. You're not going to have a customer who loves sewing when you think sewing is like awful. So it's like, you're not going to talk about sewing. You're not going to talk about these things that like don't light you up already. You're going to find someone who is actually really close to you. So these things will be easy for you to share. This is all about making your life simpler, even though right now I know it's a lot of information. I'm going to give you some visuals. So to the left, this is like what my homepage looks like. My mouse doesn't work on here, I don't think. I don't know why. I can't point. Anyways, on the left, so this is a visual of my homepage on Instagram. On the very top, where I wrote stories, that's where I will find my stories and where you can add your stories. On the bottom, IGTV, you'll see that like in the middle. IGTV is to the left, and Meredith will go over that. To the right of that are all the highlights. By the way, your highlights are going to be pulled from your stories. Meredith will touch on that, but I just wanted to show you where it's at visually in case, I'm sure she will. But I already have it here, so I'll just talk about it. And then the news feed down below, which is what Natalie was sharing. So we're going to talk about the stories. So I clicked on my stories. And then on the right, that's what popped up because I already had some stories there. So it's hard to see. I mean, you can see, but on the top, remember how I talked about the lines, how you can see like how many stories they have? Like there's 1, 2, 3 stories that I have right there. Can you guys see like when it stops? And if there's multiple stories, like there'll be really fine lines because right now they're like pretty thick. Like they'll be really small if there's a lot of lines. So that's how many stories that you have. On the bottom left, it shows you who has seen your stories. Seen by 171 people. So I'll show you what that looks like when you click it, but that's really important because you want to see like, is it growing? You know, who's watching me? Who should I be engaging with? Adding this to your highlight is bottom right where it says highlight. You literally, like so when I make the 10-day rapid results group guide, I'll have a highlight for it. And so I'll highlight and then put it in my highlights on that left page where it has those little circles. Anyways, so that's what it looks like when you tap your story, okay? So on the left photo, after we've clicked the people on the bottom left, here I'll go back. So on this right photo where it says seen by 171, I tap that, and then this is what it looks like on the left side. So it literally tells me who's watching me. So that way, if I see like they're all ISA people, like, oh, that's awesome, but I want the new prospects or like maybe a business builder I'm trying to really empower or something like that. And I'll know to touch on them, either to go on their page, like, comment, watch their story, something like that, right? It even gives you like that little envelope to where you can just message them right then and there. But you can see like as the stories go to like the right side where, I don't know, I wish I could show you guys in point. On the top line, it's on like that one story, but then there's a right, another right, and another right. It shows you the numbers. There's 307, then 300, then 289. Those are the certain people who are watching. Obviously, it's going down with time. That's normal, okay? So don't like get upset. But that's just how it goes. And let's see. So I wish I had my mouse. Why isn't it showing me? Usually it shows. You guys can't see my mouse, can you? I can't see my mouse either. I was planning on like showing you. All right, so back on the left side where it has 321 at the top in the blue letters, numbers, on the left side, it's called your insights. And that's what the right picture is, okay? Insights, to be real with you, confuse the crap out of me. Natalie will probably know more. I don't really care what the insights say, but I know that you should, okay? So don't copy me. Natalie would probably know more, and if you want to, Nat, go for it and say something, but it just shows you interactions, like who's taking action from my story. So those are the people who went to my profile page. Only 3 people went to my page, okay? It can show you, like, you know, who clicked back from my stories, who went forward and exited my stories and was like, she's boring, you know, so you can kind of see just like what people are liking and not liking. Nat, do you want to add to that, or am I missing something on insights because I'm not a pro?
No, not at all. It's really straightforward. Something that I like to look for is if you're sharing something really important, I look at how many people went back to look at my last screen. It's not going to tell you who it is, but I just want to express the importance of this is because most people watch stories now over the newsfeed, right? Yeah. This is when having a really, really aesthetically beautiful newsfeed is so important, because they're going to check you out. And so 3 people from this went to Jessica's newsfeed, and you don't know that they might say, oh my gosh, and they just like start looking. So that's all I would say.
Okay, thank you. So on the left side, we are still in my stories, and I stopped on a photo where I did a poll option, and I'll show you how to do that. But this where it literally tells you like who voted for what. And if you click on where it says votes for yes, please 4, votes for already ordered 7, I can like see who voted for what. So if I'm doing a call to action where I'm like, are you ready to get started? I'll click on it and I'll message those people. So it's so simple, and it's so awesome for business, you guys, which is why Instagram is where it's at. If you're not already utilizing it, like you're late in a loving way. But you guys can get on up to par so fast. And this is why we're doing this, because this challenge, like, it skyrocketed like so many businesses, and we want you guys to do this next challenge, which we'll talk about at the end. But we need you to see like just kind of like the basics of this so we can just like all max out, right? Okay, so that's the poll option, and that's what it looks like. And then on the right side, that's what my news feed looks like. And I'm showing you this page because I want you to see the stories in the top. You know, there's Natalia, Robin, hey, it's Ashley, like there's people up there. And that's where you can go engage with other people. You know, because you want people to engage in yours, but you also have prospects that you're going for, people you want to follow up with, people on your team that you want to go love and give them love to, or like positive feedback or like critique in a positive, loving way, right? So like that's where you want to hang out and check out people too. Because I mean, I do. I watch stories more than anything. And then the top right is where your messenger is. So if people reply to your stuff on your Insta stories, like it's going to mostly be up there. I'm seeing the chat go off, but I cannot see a chat thing on here, so I'll look at it after. I'm so sorry. Meredith, are you texting? Do you need to say something? Okay, I thought I was missing something. I can't read anything. I just wanted to make sure that I'm good. Okay, now this is going to be like, oh, this part. Apps to use to stand out. Okay, so like Unfold, non-negotiable. That is an awesome app to get, because the stories, as I go back, look on the left side where those photos are there. So I used Unfold to make those 2 shake pictures, the picture of me and on the beach, and it just looks nice and clean with the text over it. It looks different, right? Because the other stories, like there's only a certain look to it. I'll show you soon. But there's a certain look. It's kind of like a filter, you know, like you don't want to just post only your photos in your camera roll because they all look the same. So like why you use Unfold is because you can use your stories to just look a little different, and they look clean and nice, and people will just most likely read it if it's in, you know, easy to read format, or if you have more to say. That's what I like to do. So using Unfold is awesome, and you can use Unfold for like anything that you want to like. I use it for like promoting. We're going to use it to promote this challenge. If I like am having like next week, you guys, Black Friday sale, I'll like get really creative with that. Don't worry, you guys will see that too. But if you guys just follow me, you'll see I use it only for like special like promos or like stories I want to tell that I don't want to do a video with. Cut Story is cool because you can record a video on your phone, plug it into Cut Story, and it chops it up into 15-second increments for your stories. So you don't have to record for 15 seconds, post it. Okay, now I'm back, right? And then post, and then, okay. And like, it's like, you know, it's always like cutting you off, which is fine. But if you have like something to share on your heart that takes a while and you don't want to keep getting cut off, use Cut Story just to make it clean and simple. Another thing is I love to use these apps together, because if I do have something longer I want to say, I don't want to get cut off, I'll plug it into Unfold into separate little stories, and I have like little text with it with like this video playing. It just looks nice, guys. It's not necessary, it just looks nice. And you guys want to stand out. So those two apps are awesome. And now I'm going to play like this video that is going to be fun, because I'm going to be showing you the Insta stories on like, and different things that Insta stories has for you to use. And yeah, there's just no audio on here, so I'm going to talk over it and hopefully it doesn't like get jacked up. Can you guys see this okay? Should I make it big? I can't see, hold on. I can't, so should I make it bigger? Can you guys see it?
We can't see like a video, we can just see your screen.
Oh, you can't see like my video app?
I think if you stop sharing this current screen and then reshare the new one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, I'm so glad. Where? This is it then, yeah? Okay. So this is a screen share of my actual Instagram. So if you click on your stories on the top right, this is what you'll see. And down here at the bottom, see, I need to stop. Down here at the bottom, I just paused it. You'll see the different things that they offer. So you can type, which I'll show you what that looks like. You can add music. You can do your live video. There's the normal like video, and then there's more to the right side, and you'll see it in a second. I just wanted to pause it to show you. If you go up here, you can keep tapping this for a different font to make your font look different, okay? If you go here on this little guy, you can change the color of the font that you have, okay? So I want to just keep playing this. So you could just say whatever you want. This is just the texting option, okay? And then you click this sticker. This is what I clicked on next. Oops, not that one, this little guy. And these are the options to make your story customized to you. And this is the question option, which is so fun and so cute because people can actually really engage with you. You want more people to engage with you. I was talking to Jonathan while I was doing this, by the way. He was like, what are you doing? And so you want the more people to engage with you, the more that you have engagement, like the more value you can offer, the more like friendships you make. It's just awesome. You can also tag people. I was tagging Jonathan in it. Obviously I didn't post it. There's so many different things that you can do with it. I'm not going to tell you to ever do something like this. Like this is too many little stickers and fun things to do on one post. You know? Hey, there's volume. You guys hear that? OMG. That was weird because this did not record me talking. I was talking through this and it recorded that. How strange. I gotta fix that. Okay, so you can obviously use the music option, the top right here, where it has like the tag, location, hashtags, the time. The more that you use, like the better because more people can see it, but you also don't want to like overload. So I like to stick to like 2 to 3 maybe on your stories, but it's just fun to customize. And especially as you're going about this next challenge, you using like the poll options and being bold on the call to action is going to be really smart. Let me play this. And I'm sorry, there's music. I thought there wasn't any. So hopefully this post. Come on. Can you guys hear me talking too? Okay, good. So this is the poll option. So when we are using our Unfold to share our story for the challenges, you're going to want to add one of these, like, are you ready to get started? Who wants to do this challenge with me? And then can I give you a tip? Don't ever put a negative answer on there because people, it's just stupid. People will, there's always going to be haters, right? Who cares about their opinions, but there's always going to be haters. So if I was to write something like, do you want to get started? I would put, yes, please, more info, or like, thinking about it, more details, something like that. Not like yes and then no, right? Because then, we know that. Let's just dance until this goes away. Heck no. Yes, so you can customize your answers. I'm going to wait until this is done. Okay, good. Thank God. All right, so now we're done with text, and now we can go to music, and you can obviously add music to like anything that you do. There's your live video. By the way, you will do a live video on our marketing plan for next week. I have a marketing sheet planned for our promotion for this challenge, and so that's where you will go live. This is a normal video where you can just do your normal thing and flip the camera over if you want to. I was showing you, well, you'll see. So I'll show you. This is just a 15-second video that you can make of you chatting, right? And then once it's done, it's showing you that it's done. I'm adding some text to it, customizing it, making it fun. And then let's see, what's the next thing I'm doing here? Yeah, my nasty office. This is not something I would tell you to post, but I'm just being silly with you guys. And so, anyway, do you guys get the hang of this? Like, be funny, be silly, get a GIF, a GIF, whatever it is. Like, those are super fun to just put, like, different words. Like, sometimes I'll put in love or, like, girl squad or something just to kind of, like, go with what you're saying, just to kind of give it some more personality. And then you can save it on the bottom right here, too, if you wanted to just, like, resend it to somebody. Here's the Boomerang. I highly suggest you just getting the Boomerang app yourself, so you can just make them over and over and over, because this one you just have to do it one time. Obviously, here's more fun things you can do with it. Here's that. I think that's the end of the video. Oh, filters. Yeah, I think, wait, is it done? Okay, I think it's done. Oh no, it's not. There I am. I'm showing you filters that the Instagram has for your video. So if you are waking up in the morning and don't like look the best, like this is me after church. I cried my eyes out. And so I had no lashes on, so I was just trying to put some makeup on for you guys. In a good way, I cried. Anyways, you guys, so here you can grab some photos from your camera as well. Let me show you. I'll back up a little bit because I know, like right here, so that's the guy. So like when you open up your stories, this is where you're going to have your camera roll. You click that and you can pull up any picture. And you should have an album named Content for you to just have whenever, right? And so you can just pull from that stuff whenever you need to. Like if you want to put a shake video or a workout video that you made before or something like that. I think that's the end of it. Yeah, that's the end of it. I'm going to stop my screen. That was a really, really, really quick like sum up of stories. But I want you guys, obviously you guys could watch this over. You can go to YouTube. This is where you guys are going to be really sharing this challenge, okay? So later tonight, we're going to be posting the details to the challenge. It will fit your stories, so it's made for your stories. If you want to post on your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed, like Natalie said, you can totally post those flyers, but it's not going to cause too much attention, right? Like it's not going to be like, I want that. What they're going to want is maybe like a story from you, like a picture of you with your family and like you holding a shake or like however you want to do it, but like a real story on like why you want to like do this challenge or like a call to action, sharing like a little bit more about you, because yes, you should always be like sharing your story over and over because not everybody sees your stuff and you have new followers all the time. So you have to kind of always be sharing your stuff your story in different ways to get creative. I'm talking really fast because I know that we're like close to time. I'm sorry. But so yeah, so look forward to the stories for that and have fun with it. It's going to be so great. And like I said too, later on, we're going to post a marketing plan for that. But we just kind of, like I said, wanted to give you an overall how-to on Insta before we launch this challenge. All right, Meredith. It's your turn, baby girl. Save the best for last.
Yay. Hey, guys. I'm so excited. You guys, this is so awesome. You are so lucky to have this. I'm so lucky to have friends like this who just give me so much great content. And so what Natalie said about, really knowing your person, that's going to actually help you with the story that you're going to tell in your highlights that I'm going to go into in your stories. You guys, you're going to know who that is. So you're going to talk about things that's going to attract that person, right? Just like Jessica said. So like, I'm going to show you a few things that for your highlights, and I'm actually going to show you my Instagram here in a minute to show you what we did for the last challenge. Hopefully this doesn't look too cray. Okay, so okay, so this is, I want to see if, I guess I can. So videos for Instagram, highlights for IGTV. Okay, can you guys see this? I hope you can. Oh, you can't like see that dang mouse like you said, Jess. Hold on. I'm going to move that to the side. Okay, because I feel like you can see my mouse when I do this and I don't really care. So if you click the top, let's say you go to your Instagram page or even Jessica's, Natalie's, mine, and you really want to see the stories all the time. You want to get notifications when they post on their wall, when they post on their stories. You guys want to go to these 3 dots on the page, okay? So we have a product page. I know Natalie has a product page on Instagram. And so if you want to follow those, click those 3 dots. Turn on post notifications. That's for the actual wall of the Instagram. And then turn on story notifications. You can actually go through people maybe in Isagenix. If you need to clean up your Instagram, you can go in and like turn off notifications and like hide certain people because you don't really want Isagenix people all to fill your feed. You want it to be your new people who you're actually trying to attract, right? People who are watching your stuff, okay? So do that. First things first. Okay, so this is your highlight, this plus sign. And you want to click that plus sign to start your highlights. And let me see. Okay, so the things that you may want to have for topics for highlights, we're gonna talk a little bit about, see if I have Candy Crush right here, and I'll go into that in a minute. But you're gonna think of different topics. And actually, right now it's so funny. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Instagram's giving you ideas for the things that you have posted on your stories. Instagram is giving you ideas when you click that highlight button. It's so funny. It's like, oh, healthy food. Oh, family. And I'm like, how does it know? And it gives an emoji. It's so trippy, but it does. And it will automatically like make it for you. It's a little crazy. But here's some ideas for you. You can say my story. So you'll go into the Unfold app and you guys will make a beautiful story of your Isagenix story. Because you're attracting this certain person, right? So your story is going to be, I lost a lot of weight, because like in your bio, it may say I get moms feeling healthy, burn fat and gain energy and make money. So in your story, you're going to talk about yourself going through that and sharing that story, right? So you have my story, maybe you'll have this new challenge that we're doing, rapid results, 10 days to rapid results, success story. So people on your team with financial success, you're going to have our team. So I personally, what attracts me, like my person loves people and wants to get out and go on girls trips. Like that attracts me. And I've attracted a lot of other women that way because they genuinely just wanted to go freaking hang out at the pool and they've got kids. And so I want to show that, like a really good time with women. Transformations, different transformations from your team, different transformations, all sorts of, typically if your avatar's moms with belly fat and energy, that's what you're going to show. Healthy recipes, deals and steals, you guys, that's like, I'm like going to be doing that now because I realize like I love that and I like watching that. Even in people who have a lot of money, they love great deals. And so I've been seeing that with some people in my feed. And so I think it's a really good thing that women are looking for. Like, hey, go to Target right now. Oh my gosh, this sweater's on sale. You got to go get it. Okay, so this is how you edit or make a highlight. Okay, so this one's specifically for editing. We did a Candy Crush cleanse highlight, and I'll show you it really quick because you should, I think, and I'm gonna have, like, hopefully my team will have one as well, a highlight for this next challenge so people can go back to it because it only lives for 24 hours, you guys. It goes away. But so anything that you put in your stories, and Jessica said this, anything you put in your stories gets saved into your archive, okay? So you're gonna go click, there's three dots at the top. You just can't see them. There's 3 dots. You click the 3 dots when you've clicked your story. So let me see if I can find it. So when you've clicked this, then you will see this on the left-hand side, and there'll be 3 dots. You're gonna click that right away. This will pop up, edit highlight. Okay, here's what you're gonna see, and maybe we're gonna edit this highlight and we're gonna see, okay, this was a really great challenge. We had so many results. You guys saw the videos that we reposted. We're gonna put those videos in here and I'm gonna delete the rest of this stuff. And so you can delete things. You can edit the cover. I'm going to talk about the cover in a minute. You can change the name because it's just going to say highlight. Or it'll say nothing, or it'll be an emoji. You can say whatever you need here, but it only gives you so much space. Just FYI, it's pretty short. But you click archive to find the stuff that you have posted in the past. So you can scroll way back. So there's that. And then here is how you make those highlight bubbles. So if you see right here, I'm just going to show you really quickly. So Audrey Moss, you can do whatever you really want here, but Audrey Moss chooses not to have a cover over her highlights. That's a choice. But then if you look at Rachel Hollis, she does. Now I would really be mindful in the font that you use because this is hard to read. And I would make it very bold and dark or whatever, and like a simple font or a picture, because people like an emoji, and I'll show you that. So actually, if you go to Snapchat, or not Snapchat, if you go to Pinterest, you can find free like emoji, or I guess they're called icons, for your stories and for this specifically, for your highlights. So you can go through there, scroll through there, and find a bunch of them. You can actually make your own on WordSwag. If you click right here, it says free photos. If you click that and type in pink, green, shakes, smoothies, whatever, pictures are going to pop up, and then you'll have, like, it could be like tropical, and you can have, and then you can write on there with WordSwag. So I made some just with, I went to Instagram and I typed in like tropical, and I just screenshot one thing, and I used that same screenshot, and then I wrote over it. You can do that. You can actually go into other people's and take theirs. I mean, I don't really recommend that, but if you're really struggling, make it work and go find somebody else's and screenshot it. You can also go to Canva. Canva is a really great place for all things. And you can go into logos. You can actually type into the thing is called textiles or templates or something, I don't know. And you can actually make your own little like picture like this. So there's a lot of different ways to do that. I change mine out. I'll do it sometimes with the cover, and then I'll do it with just a photo. I personally, my eyeballs want to see a photo. Like, that's just me. I will look at it if it's a photo. I don't know why. I think it's more real to me. I don't think of it as so magazine-ish, but that's just my jam. What I wanted to show you, so like Audrey Moss, she took down hers and she just has photos. Like, I see that in my story and I'm like, oh dang, like look at that before and after. So that attracts me to want to go see that, but then it's an unfold story. So it's really great. It's really well done. Okay, something else that you can do with your bio, I'll get into IGTV in a second, but with your bio, so a lot of us don't have 10,000 followers and have the swipe up thing, but you can get a link tree. And I'm loving Linktree right now because you can Linktree anything. You do a link to anything. And so I just made post baby energy and fat loss kit. And I just did the 30-day system and I linked it there. And then like Nature's Botox in a bottle. That's, product B, Isogenesis. You can do those. You can delete them. You can make it really simple and say, work with me. And it goes straight to your website. And then it has like a spot where you fill out your information. So I would recommend having a link to something. You can do the antioxidant drink, immunity, mushroom powder. I like really focus on that sometimes. And so people can just buy it really quick if they need something like that. Or you can have a link to getting started for this next 11-day reset. Like, that is going to be something that I think is really smart, and you can have your customized pack for them to buy. But if you are a mom, like for me, it's like burn belly fat for a mom and gain energy. I'm going to call it that because that's what they're looking for. Okay, and then again, this is just really quick. So with Rachel Hollis, she's got like magazine looking, like professional photos and some quotes in there because she asks on stories, and she asked a poll. People love her quotes. So she's like, all right, they asked and I'm delivering. So I think it's really important to ask what your audience wants, so you're delivering to what your audience really wants. That goes along with your niche though, because you do want to start attracting a certain type of person. So maybe the people you have right now are not really like wanting what you have, so that you need to bring those people in. But she asked, and she does these quotes on here, and she has a highlight of all just her quotes, so people can go in and screenshot. It's adding value to her viewers, okay? So you really want to be making sure you're adding value. But I love that she just has the random like selfie with her baby. Like, I love that real life realness, and people do want to know that there's like an intimacy there. They want to get to know you. So with those stories, make sure you're doing that. And even with those highlights, if there's some like really big like things that that you've posted, they're like, okay, this is real life, real mom life, make a story of that. People enjoy that. That's entertaining. And it's also going to build that intimacy and bring people in. And think about your niche while you're doing that. Okay, so now we're getting into IGTV. Hope I'm not going too fast. Well, actually, I'm just going to show you this really quick. So here is the 11-day detox, and I'm going to show you this. This was a highlight that we have and we made, and I'm really glad that we have these templates. Natalie was so good to stay up all night and make these for us. And we wanted you guys to utilize this. This is for you. And just, I want you to think about how many people in your downline are going to be posting this, because those viewers are going to see this. So we had this as a highlight. You're going to get your own for the rapid reset, and you're going to want to post that in your feed and then make it a highlight so people can go back there, because they're going to like want that, right? So we have all of this. It's all laid out. I'm going to end up deleting this one because there's no need for it right now. I'm going to have a new one. And this was made in Unfold. If you guys saw that, this is an Unfold by Jessica. And, you know, for gifts. So there's things that, oh, there's transformations. Okay. But there's a reason for it. We didn't just make that just for no reason. Like, that's for you to utilize and really have your, I'm going to get rid of that. Have your people be able to use as well, because then their people will want to enroll. Okay. So like, we're doing that for a reason. We really want to help you make more money and enroll more people. Okay. So with IGTV, and Jessica showed us a little bit where it was. Let me go here really quick. Okay, so this is the IGTV here, right? And when you click on that, what you're going to see is this. Oh, hold on. We got a plus button here. A plus button. I don't know why we see that. So do you guys see this plus? That's when you can add a video to IGTV, okay? And here are the things that I want you to think of. Okay, I had a girl ask me, so I told her my Isagenix story, and she was like, just tell me exactly what you did. Like, I want that. Tell me exactly what you did. So if you had a place where you could direct this person for the exact recipe of what you did, obviously what we do is like what everyone does. You start with a 30-day system, but whatever, you know, I'm like, okay, I'll lay it out for you. People just want to be told what to do. They want the recipe. So I made how to do a shake day. It was so short, so simple. It was like literally laid out, not a picture of me, but it was laid out on my counter. Like, here's what you do. Here's what, it was so laid out, and I showed and I told them how I make it, whatever. Then I did a cleanse day video. So it's there in an archive, and I highly recommend that you guys do that, especially when this challenge is coming up. I think it's really important to have that there to direct your people. Oh, just go check out my IGTV. I'll tag you, whatever. But with that said, you don't want to be overly, obviously, Isagenix, and this is for this challenge for sure. Like, have it there, have a place for them there. You can share your story. You guys, if you've never shared your story on IGTV, please do it. Make sure your phone is vertical. You are recording yourself vertically. It does not have to be live. So that's what's really exciting about this, is it doesn't have to be live. Record it on your phone, but it cannot be more than 10 minutes. It must be like 9:58. Okay, so I pre-record it on my phone, like these videos I did. So if you're sharing your story, please be authentic. I wouldn't even redo it a million times. I would just do it the one time. Share your story in under 3 to 5 minutes. You don't want to lose people's interest. Entitle it something that's going to make people watch, okay? So something that's going to really grab attention. When I hit my rock bottom and was about ready to throw in the towel, like, I don't know, something. It's going to bring people in, but share your story. So you were, yeah. And then, but then thinking about your target audience, like I said, things that are entertaining and educational, and then intimacy. So you want to bring them into your life and be real. So I really love what Natalia did recently. She talked about, and I'm like, I watched it because I love deals and steals, like I said, and I'm going to go to Walmart because she told me to. Like, I think that these sweaters are cute. So she gave a really good value to her viewers. Her viewers, like her target market may not be like a businesswoman who may have money. Like, she probably has like younger college student young moms who are looking for a deal. So she's like talking to her audience, right? Like, go buy this jewelry. It's super cute. Fashion. Women love fashion. Women love deals on makeup. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I have some really good deals for makeup, and your viewers want to see this. They want to know that they can like you and trust you. They can trust you with a good deal at Trader Joe's, that you are going to be the one, if you are talking about health and energy, you are going to be the one always about health and energy and where to go, not just Isagenix. They want to know that you're going to always give them the deal with everywhere, right? So if that's your thing, make sure, like, especially if it's a mother, you're going to give them tips on these IG stories. And look at how short they are. 5 minutes and 38 seconds, 2 minutes and 47 seconds. My cleanse and shake video are very short. You guys, they're not long. I think these ones were live, so you can record it live and then move it to IGTV. But you don't have to. You can just pre-record it if you want. And share your story, share recipes. You guys, we are in the health and wellness. Share recipes. Maybe workouts are your thing. Do some super quick workouts and give people some tips. Like, here's a really good move that's going to really work your core. Like, I know Natalia's done it for working her booty. She's like, this is how you build your booty, super short video. Like, that's what your viewers, if that's who you're attracting, then you need to give that to them. And, yeah. And then, like, I know people may not see your IGTV. They may not know to go there, but there's a little button. I want to see if I can find it. I don't know if I have it on here. There's a little arrow. There's a little arrow here down here, and you can actually share it to your stories. And so people can go directly. It's almost like a swipe up, and they can go directly to this IGTV. So you are going to be talking about that. Like, you can even go back later on. These ones don't go away within 24 hours. So you can go back and say, oh my gosh, did you miss my booty workout? You got to go see. Did you miss what I got at Walmart? You got to go see. So you can go back into that and direct people there. Am I missing anything? I think that's all I had. Oh, really quickly. So a tip that I was given, I can just stop my share. A tip that I was given this past weekend was, if you have nothing on your mind, any value to give, but you have an idea of who your niche market is, that you can get these little 365-day like quotes or stories or whatever for specific people. So one of them was like quotes and tips for business women. And you can read that day. Maybe it's a verse for the day or whatever, and it enlightens you to speak about that. Whether you're going live on your Instagram, or you're going live on Facebook or IGTV. That's a bit, but you're always in people's face. You've got to be thinking of, how can I be in people's mind's eye? Like, think about me, especially if it's whatever your niche is. Like, think about me when they need money. Think about me when they need to fit in their jeans. You're going to give them tips on that. So, and like what the other girl said, is the actions are everything. So people taking an action, asking a question, especially if they're commenting on your IGTV, if they're sharing it, if they're any type of action they're taking, is going to bring you back up to the feed. And so you want to really make sure that your audience is getting what they need. So you got to be really clear. You got to make sure you're actually adding value and not taking, right? We don't want to take and get. We want to fish and try to get these people to want what we have. So always adding value, especially this time of year, you guys, with health and with gift tips. That's everything. So I think that's all I have. Anything else?
Should we do questions? What do you think?
Sure.
I know we're super overload on time, but you guys are still here, so that's good. Do you guys have any questions? No?
Okay. I have a question really quickly, just nods. I want to know, does everyone feel clearer on how to really bring to life Instagram for you and your niche? Like, do you feel empowered? Like, you have some new things you're going to try and do? Awesome. Okay, good. Yay. That's exciting.
That is good. So
I would say, oh, go ahead.
No, baby, go ahead.
I would say, just like, you guys, do not be scared. Literally just turn the camera on and go. Like, don't show, like Jessica said, like, you need to know your niche and don't be a hot mess, but, you know, be real. People want to see you with your shake. If you're making your shake, I just videoed like my thick shake, and people want that. And so just be real, but you got to start and Google whatever you don't understand.
Yeah. YouTube it, baby. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to be posting in our separate business groups all of the details to the challenge. As far as the marketing goes, that will be up a little bit later tonight, like maybe in an hour-ish. But we're going to be sending you guys the promo for tonight, because we're going to be posting it tonight If you are in Canada, I know it's super late. You guys could do it in the morning. Of course, whatever day you want to start is fine. But just be, on the lookout for all the details to this challenge. We showed you guys Instagram and how to utilize it, and you're all leaders, okay? So like, you will be leading and grabbing new people to just be attracted to you, and you're going to be coaching them on yours. More details to come. Like I said, we'll be posting in our separate business group, so no big deal on that. We'll go into detail on that later. I was going to talk about it, but we don't have to. Nat, do you have anything you want to add?
No, absolutely not. I think that I'm just so excited for you guys. I know for me personally, everything I buy is off of Instagram. Every person I found is from Instagram. I think, Estelle, did you have a question? Yes.
Hang on, babe. There you go. Can you start over, babe?
Oh, okay. I don't really have a question. I just wanted to say thank you so much, because I have been really overwhelmed with Instagram. It's kind of like I just started learning a few months ago, and it's like this unknown beast, like this really ravenous creature. And I want to learn, but it's overwhelming. And so I am just so thankful to you guys, because I know this training probably took a lot of time, and it's going to be like amazing for me to be able to go back and be like, wait, what did Meredith say, or what did Jessica say about, Unfold, or just so much more clarity and understanding. And I just really appreciate it. So I wanted to make sure you guys heard that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that from you. So thank you for that, because that's what we're doing this for. So thank you so much. All right, you guys, so we'll let you go. Thank you for hopping on. The recording will be on later, as well as the other details for our challenge. We're going to have an amazing week, you guys. I love you all, and bye.
Bye.